Hey, my name is Lizzie Smiley, and I absolutely love helping people connect with their calling and all the tools they need to kick roadblocks and excuses right out the door so they can cultivate the life they dream about. If you want to launch, grow, pivot, or scale your Etsy shop, or you've always wanted to develop the mindset and skills to run your own business, then I'm your girl. I've had that entrepreneurial spirit going strong since my very first lemonade stand, and now I'm a work-at-home mama with multiple online companies and a full-time Etsy shop, all while being present with my kids for the everyday chaos and most important milestones. On this podcast, we'll talk about all things business, mindset, Etsy, creativity, dazzling our customers, and so much more. There's plenty of room at this table for you, so scooch on in and let's go. I'm holding nothing back. Welcome to How to Sell Your Stuff on Etsy. I'm so glad you're here. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I'm so excited. I just had the best conversation and I'm just so excited to share it with you, to pull you in and let you listen. This is such a casual, different kind of chat. This is what I get for suggesting a Friday evening to record. But this is, as you heard last week, the family's had COVID, so I'm on major catch-up duty over here. But something about it is just so fun and charming and energizing. And I think you are going to love Laura just as much as I do. It was just the most fun conversation and answering some questions that a lot of you have been asking lately. So I think some of this conversation is just going to make things really clear. It's going to get you excited. It's going to give you ideas, hopefully not too many rabbit trail ideas, but maybe help you get more cohesive on what you are, what you're trying to do in your Etsy shop. Let me tell you about Laura before we welcome her. Laura is a speech language pathologist, private practice owner, and the host of a popular speech therapy podcast. After living in California nearly her whole life, she relocated to the greater Cincinnati area in 2025 with her fiance and their 2 miniature dachshunds. Okay, Laura, how did we not talk about the dachshunds? How did this not come up? Laura began creating digital materials for fellow SLPs in 2020 on Teachers Pay Teachers and Boom Learning, and then opened her first Etsy shop in 2023. What started as a shop for everyone quickly became a niche destination for SLPs, where Laura now sells a mix of print-on-demand and digital products designed to bring value, personality, and connection to the speech therapy community. We are talking everything about having both print on demand and digital products in the same shop, making sure we do things to help shoppers not be confused, just suggestions on customer service, all kinds of just tidbits came into this conversation. So let's dive in. This is such a good one. Please help me welcome Laura to the podcast. Laura, hey, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Your shop is absolutely gorgeous. And when you, and also just everybody, if you're as cool as Laura, apply to be on the podcast because that's literally how we met. But your shop is so beautiful. And you know what is so kismet about this? As I ask this first question here, is that I literally get asked almost every single day what you're about to answer for thousands of people. How does it work for you selling print on demand and digital products in the same shop? People freak out about that. They think they shouldn't do it. I think it's great. So how does it work?
Well, first, that is why I applied to be on your podcast. I heard you and Cassie discussing it on that recent episode she was on. And I was on a walk and Cassie said, I wouldn't really recommend it. And I don't think she was thinking of the way I do it. But as soon as I got home from that walk, I applied. I was like, I got to go on and tell them about my combination shop. But it's pretty simple. I mean, it started as a POD shop and I use Printify. So the majority of my products are shirts and sweatshirts and everything. I create all the listings in Printify and then edit them in Etsy. And that just connects beautifully. I'm sure most people who listen to you are probably familiar with how Printify works, right? And then I just recently started adding digital products, which I create directly in Etsy. And that's more passive for me. Like my print on demand, I don't do it passively. I manually do, I manually do all the orders. I go in and I make sure there's nothing custom that I need to make or anything I need to change. I send messages to every customer as soon as they order, as soon as their order ships. I'm a little bit... I'm too much with that.
I was the same because it's what you can control.
Yeah. And if I forget to send a message, if I go back and see I didn't send a message, I'm like, that person must just think I'm neglecting them. I feel like these orders are like my little babies. But then adding in the digital products, obviously that can be, I'll talk about how it's not passive, but it can be a lot more passive. Most of it is passive. Someone orders, I generally am not going to send them a message. They get the little confirmation automatic reply, and they get the download, and that's it. I just make what I make, and it's a beautiful little thing because you see that profit or the revenue and you go, that's what I made. Whereas POD, it's always a mystery. I know I need to get Profit Tree from Hannah, but I'm always like, what am I really making? I just have no idea, but I'll figure that out in the future. But yeah, it's just, I have these two parts of my business. One is now much more passive and one is a lot more active with the POD.
Okay. So you are, I'll ask this way. Do shoppers ever get confused about what you're selling? Like, oh, am I going to get something in the mail versus is it a digital download? How do you help with that problem?
So I didn't even say what most of my digital products are poster sets. So these are for other speech therapists to decorate their room. So they're going to download whichever ones they want to print, and they print them themselves. But I also have posters that I print for people. So that's where it gets confusing. Last week, I had a customer order my digital products and then message me and say, I actually just moved. So my address is this. And I looked and I was like, well, you ordered digital products. And so I just said, these are actually digital. They're for you to download yourself and print. I don't have the capability to print a whole poster set like that. It wouldn't be helpful for them because it would be too expensive probably.
Right.
And I told her I was happy to refund, and she just laughed and was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that. But I currently also have an open order where a woman ordered 2 poster sets that are digital and 1 poster that I'm printing. And I'm just waiting for the 1 poster to get to her. I've already messaged her to say, and the digital ones are available for you to download. They're under my purchases, like just to let her know this poster is being made. But that I do see that getting pretty confusing. And I feel like she's going to get the poster and she's going to go, where are the rest of them? And then I'm going to get a message, but it's pretty rare. I think most people, I think Etsy tries to make it clear to people that things are digital. It has like a little badge, right?
Yes. Digital download. Do you put a graphic in your photo gallery to specify it's a digital download?
Yes. I have one I copy and paste it into every set of images. And it says, this is a digital download only. You will not receive a physical product. Yeah. You will get a link to a Google Drive where you can access all of your posters. And I put recommendations for where to print them. I'm kind of, because this is new, this is just in the last couple months, I added those digital products. I'm learning as I go. I'm getting the same, I'm building up kind of a frequently asked questions storage. I'm storing them in my mind. I'm going, okay, I'm getting this question a lot. I need to put together exactly what I say, or maybe I just need a document. If everybody is accessing things in a Google Drive, maybe I need a document that tells them, start here. And then they can read through it and see all of my tips for printing. Because I get messages. That's part of the digital. Well, you're in digital. I would say if you're a POD seller and you're going to start doing digital, just know, be patient with your customers. Not everyone's as tech savvy as you, right? They might have some questions about things that you're surprised by. So I try to stay really patient and anticipate their needs, Does that make sense?
The best thing you can do is just have templated responses. Do you know what I mean? Like use those snippets, save it. Because that was what drives me crazy is when I'm just like, what do I say? How do I explain this step by step? And, it would even happen in the sign shop. Believe it or not, because there were so many choices they had to make. I had graphics for everything, and I would just DM the graphic like, oh, here are the choices. You know what I mean? Just make things as simple as possible. And sometimes just sending a picture is easier than typing it, even with a snippet. I don't know. I'm a big fan of graphics for as much as possible.
Okay, I like that. And I feel like people like that. They like to see it very visually. Is there a limit on how many snippets you can have in Etsy? Can you ever max them out, or
Probably.
Like,
Do I know how many there are? No.
no,
No.
you're the expert. Because I have
I don't
so
know.
many. I have so many and so many
Let me
little
see if
quick
I can find out really
replies.
quick while we're
No,
let me
no, no.
look. No, this is what this is all about. Here's the thing. I like to position myself like, am I an expert? Yeah, I've made a lot more money than most people on Etsy, but can my brain store everything and raise a toddler and homeschool a daughter? No, it cannot. So I am learning along with you guys, and I am literally. Do you want to know how many tabs I have open? 17 billion. And so me trying to find the one with the Etsy shop is like, this is just classic LIZZIE. Oh, here we go. Okay, let me just see in here in the messages. I think this is so interesting. And I do think that what helps you is that you are in one niche. So
Oh, yeah.
what I would not necessarily suggest is someone have all kinds of random everything that are both print on demand and digital in the same shop. That's where I think it can get very messy. And that's, I think, what Cassie was alluding to. Okay, so in the snippets section, which is, by the way, they changed it to call it quick replies. I'm very offended because snippets is cute. It does not say. So what we're going to do, and guys, do you know what? Literally, Google is your best friend still. I know we love chat, but chat doesn't always get this stuff right. You go to Google and you type in how many snippets. Nope, I got to change that to quick replies. Quick
Quick
replies.
replies.
I'm going to put snippets in parentheses. Can I have in Etsy conversations? And if it's in the handbook, it's about to tell me. This is one of the things. Up to 250.
Oh, that's too many.
And
I
you
mean,
can
how do you
save
keep
them in a
track of them?
maximum of 50 categories. Girl, you're good.
Oh,
You'll be set.
okay. You know what? I'm not categorizing them. So they're
I didn't
all,
even know
and when
you
they
could.
pop up, I know I'm going to start organizing them because I do love a quick reply, but I like limit them. So it's like I sell posters and I sell tapestries. I don't have a tapestry snippet. When I confirm an order, I do the poster one and then I change it. I need to organize these now that I know I have a 250 limit. I'm going to go
You're going to be
crazy.
okay. Also, for everyone freaking out about how many snippets quick replies she needs to have, please know I have 2 and I use 0 because I almost never get DMs. I think I will say this. This is what's really interesting. Depending on who your customer is affects how many questions you get. And teachers,
Mhm.
SLPs are like some of the most amazing, wonderful humans. And I actually love this about them. They're going to ask you more questions than most
Okay.
because they believe in asking questions. It's literally what they teach. It's the foundation of their of their
Okay.
profession, right? So you are going to
Yes.
get more questions. I don't get any questions. Sometimes I get a question. I'll be like, can you do this? Can you substitute the corgi for a Jack Russell Terrier? Is what I get. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, or at least not to that. Like,
Okay.
can you wait?
I thought that this was just an Etsy thing, that people are talkative on Etsy because I have a Teachers Pay Teachers store and I get about 3 questions per year. They do not have a direct messaging system. So there's this Q&A. So actually I think Teachers Pay Teachers probably set it up this way so that the teachers selling did not get overwhelmed.
Yes, because teachers ask a
Because
lot of questions.
yeah. So a lot of people don't even know you can ask someone a question on Teachers Pay Teachers. There's no message this buyer, there's nothing like that.
That's so
So I was
great.
just like, well, Etsy is just where people go to talk. Like, this is where people go to make friends who also sell them things. I
Okay, let
don't
me look
know.
this digital product shop, which is like my baby right now. Let me see how many DMs I've had in the past. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 DMs in 3 months.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well,
Okay,
I think I'm going a little too wild with the DMs, but I think people
I'm
like
wondering.
it.
This is interesting. If we diagnose this, Laura, and I wonder if there's just more you need to add to your listings to answer questions. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean? I didn't dig into that for you to like look into your list. Do you know what I mean? Like the things they're asking, they're usually post production, right? Questions. They're not before they order.
well, I get a lot of custom requests too. But yeah, it'll be my poster sets. Maybe I'll have 5 different sizes. So I'll offer a bunch of different sizes, but people have a frame for a size I do not offer, 16 by
Okay.
20. So it's
Okay.
about resizing usually, or changing a color palette, but yeah, sometimes it's just that they are not understanding how like a Google Drive download works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm
Yeah.
answering questions about their personal computer,
Yeah.
and I'm saying I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful for any business, and I'm happy to address any issues that they're having. So, but I think that as I learn, I am just adding more and more to those listings.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm going to create a little document that goes in each Google Drive folder that I share with them that just is a
Troubleshooting.
frequently asked questions. Yeah,
Yep.
troubleshooting. That's a good
Yep.
title for it.
Do you know what? I think you're nailing it. It sounds just like you have people who don't necessarily understand the tech.
Yeah. Maybe some old school teachers
Right.
still adjusting.
Right.
Yeah.
They just figured out there was an Etsy 48 hours ago. Well, that they could actually buy the stuff on it. It's adorable. The best thing you can do, yeah, it's all about the quick replies. It's all about the graphics that you can just send. I even would keep them sign shop days on my phone. I had a folder in my photo gallery, which were all of the things that I would send all the time. So I just had them in there. So on the app, I could just bloop, pop it right from that gallery
Okay.
into the
Yeah.
DM because I got them a
This
lot
is
more in
great
that shop.
advice.
Maybe you weren't asking
Yeah.
for my advice, but there you go. It's helping
No.
somebody.
You know
It's
what,
helping.
Lizzie? I learned so much from you. I just had to like plug my ears listening to your recent FAQ episode when you said that Etsy does not recommend a square picture image anymore. I was like, I don't care. I can't think about that. All of my images are squares.
Don't. Do you know what? I'm so glad you brought this up because you're giving me permission to have an opinion about this for a moment. Okay. So there's videos out there on YouTube from every other Etsy coaches, and we all pretty much agree. We all hate the new vertical shapes of the pictures. Why are they do this every year? They change it somehow every single year, and they usually change it back. Just everybody, before you change anything or recreate anything, don't, because half the time they change it back. They test things going into Q4. Do you want to know why this is just Lizzie's pontificating on a casual Friday evening discussion? I think they're trying to tell their board that they're trying stuff. I almost just cussed for the first time ever.
Okay. Yes. They're trying to prove themselves. They're making changes to show that they're doing things and that it's not just like this well-oiled machine that doesn't really require a lot of people working.
It's their busy work. Because if you think about it, they haven't been performing as well, right? Like Etsy's whatever. Believe me, it's not affecting my business at all. And everyone in my coaching group is doing great. So I don't think there's a problem at all. But if you watch any of the financial reports, if you watch the stock market, it looks like Etsy's not doing as well. I personally just think there's more choices for people now. People are able to get more training to have their own Shopify. They're able to use TikTok Shop. They're able to use Michael's Maker Place. They're just using other things to sell their stuff. Not Samcart. What's the one that's all over Instagram from the digital product push? It's stupid.
I don't know.
It's one of those other little shopping carts that's just right there. That's really easy for people to use. I literally have an account that I pay for. I should probably know the name. I think that's all that's happening. And Etsy is just, they have to show their board. They are trying something to get more sale. They're trying something to make more money. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
Also, we know from Pinterest that longer, thinner pins tend to convert better, click better, that shows more landscape. So my bottom line, rant semi over. Don't worry about it. Yes, they've changed it. Yes, we're all mad about it. They're probably going to change it back to square. Even if they don't, they're showing up in like 3 or 4 different dimensions right now, depending on what browser, what platform, whether you're in the app, whether you're on a laptop, whether you're on an iPad, whatever. So don't change anything.
Okay. That was when I heard you say it, I went, what? Because the last I heard was square. So I just said, you know what? You can't worry about this. You need to be creating new listings. You can't be going back and changing your old listings.
Yes.
And I probably will make new listings and continue to use squares. I like squares.
Yes. You guys better believe I will be shouting at you through this microphone if and when I think you should change the size. Square is great. It's what I'm still doing. I'm still making sales. Okay. Girl, did you see that they moved our welcome message to the bottom of our shop? The welcome message, the
So-
shop announcement where we tell everyone everything that actually matters that they need to know. They are now, I'm
Yeah.
hoping they change this. They put that at the bottom of the shop.
Okay. That is why it can't be a welcome message if it's where is your welcome mat at your home? It's right when you walk in. You know, you can't put something at the back door to welcome somebody. That doesn't make sense. Nobody even goes to the bottom of your shop.
That's exactly right. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, I promise I'm done. Let's talk
Okay,
about
wait, I do. Oh no, I'm
please,
not going to
no,
go off
say it.
topic. I was
Do
going to
it.
ask you.
I
Well,
insist.
have how long has Etsy Plus been around, and have you talked about it? Because I just joined and I like it. I mean, where you can configure the top of your shop
Yep.
and have a carrot. Has this been around for a long time and I just wasn't
Yes.
noticing?
I literally had it in my sign shop days, but it's kind of meh,
Oh
okay?
my
Like
gosh.
it's kind of meh. Like it's kind of you're kind of like, what's the point? You know, okay, you get some complimentary listings, but you're paying for it. You get some shop customization options, fine. There's not a whole
Yeah.
lot of benefit to it. But you know what my thought is?
Okay.
If I want to be a
What?
priority to Etsy, I'm gonna pay for it because
That's
there's
that's
probably you know what how do I say this? You know, how do you know what I mean? Like they're offering this
because
membership that seems to have no point. I'm just thinking they're gonna
yeah.
take me more seriously. They're gonna show me more if I have it. Do you know what though? Like truth be told, I don't even know if I have it on for this digital product shop. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, that was my thought. I said, okay, my customers are Etsy's customers, but I'm also Etsy's customer. And if I make myself a little more important to them by giving them $10 a month,
Yep.
you know, maybe they'll push me a little more. So, okay, that was my question. I don't know why I never noticed that it even existed, but all right,
Like
let's
if
move
we
on.
as business people who are like let's just analyze this. If we're going to if we have a whole bunch of customers, we have some that have maybe like thrown us a few dollars here, we have some that have paid thousands, we have some that are on a monthly membership. They're paying us monthly. In our very limited time and capacity, if someone needs us, who's going to get priority?
Yeah.
Every single time, it's going to be the one who's a paid member, who is regularly subscribing. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously there's ethics to that I care very deeply about. I'm just as happy to help somebody who's
Yeah.
given me no money. But the point is, if we think like a business, I mean, Etsy's just there's got to be something in the algorithm. Just again, Lizzie pontificating. This is dangerous. I'm never doing this again on a Friday night. Um, I I think that there's probably an advantage that we can't even calculate.
Okay. That's my feeling. All right.
Mhm.
We don't have
I'm
any
glad.
proof, but we
No,
think
thank you for
we think
validating
that
me
that
on
might
that.
be going on.
When you started adding digital products on top of the print on demand, you're so cute. Did you do anything special to make that transition? Like in the shop, was there anything you changed how you were doing or anything we should know about that or people were thinking about it?
No, I just tested it out, and I feel like because I have a teachers pay teacher store, I have experience with making digital products. I felt super comfortable. I wasn't like, what is this new, I was just like, hey, it was just recently. So it was when everyone was talking about the slump that was coming, and I was feeling it. Like days where my revenue was $40, and you're
Mhm.
just like, oh my gosh, when are we going to get to fall? When am I going to make money again? So that's what I just said, I've got to add something else to my store that speech therapists might like. And I'm not active on Instagram, but I did post about it on Instagram. So I got like a couple sales pretty quickly because it was a great little poster set and people went and bought it. So I think once I saw the little bit of success that I got, I started adding a few more. I mean, and then it just right now that's the majority of what I'm selling every day because of
Wow.
the season we're in. the
Yeah.
season we're in. But I mean, I looked up yesterday I had 5 print on demand orders and one was pretty big. It was for like 5 shirts. So it was a good sized order, but I had 51 digital orders. So all my 51 poster sets that sold, and these are not, I'm making like a nice little amount of money for each one.
You
So
are.
to add this to my store, it's just exploded it. it's making me very, very happy that I've stuck with Etsy for as long as I have.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
So you really just
No,
added a shop section did you add a new shop section for digital products or not even? No?
I didn't even. I
See,
think I
guys, we all
had
need to chill out. It's fine.
don't overthink anything. That's what I've
Yep.
learned. I think maybe from you, even though you know
Ah,
everything, or you like, it's like, just do it. Just try
yeah.
stuff out, see what works. Don't add it if it doesn't make sense for your store. Like we said, in some stores, it would be wild to add random digital products. For my store, it made sense. And so I just did it. I think since I already had like a wall art section, I was already selling posters. That's where it probably does get confusing, is that I have it all
Yeah.
in one spot. It's like wall art, and some are posters that get shipped to you, some are ones you download.
Oh,
I
yeah, you might
probably should
separate
separate
those.
that out.
Yeah, that might help. Yeah.
We'll see. It's working. It's working.
It's
It's not
fine.
too confusing for people yet.
Look at how much money you're making. How many listings do you have in your shop? My cat's trying to scratch my chair.
I looked this up, 492 right
Oh
now.
my gosh. See, this is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you saying that's a lot or a little?
Yeah, because how long have you had the shop open?
Almost two. It'll be 2 years
2023.
in the fall. Yeah.
Nice.
2
Okay.
years in maybe September or October, I think was when I started.
I mean, are you trying to be full time? I don't really see you abandoning your SLP passion or leaving your podcast. Like, this is just a side hustle for you, right?
No, I mean, my private practice is really small. So I never wanted to see more than 5 kids a week. This is what I want to do. I want to always see maybe 1 or 2 clients so that I'm always on top of the SLP stuff, and then do this. Like, this is just bringing me, at least right now, so much joy. Just like I said, the conversations, the DMs with my customers, the connections I'm building, it's just a really happy part of my life. So, yeah, I want to do this, but always have those days where you don't have to do anything. You can work for 1 hour answering messages or fulfilling orders, but you don't have to make any designs. That's kind of how some days I'll post 10 designs, some days I will post 0.
Are you a print on demand or digital product Etsy seller who's tight on time or still learning all of the Etsy secrets? I totally remember the days of having no idea what product to create next before I learned how to make those informed decisions so I can really identify with where you're at. I know how stressful and frustrating it can be to just create listing after listing and see little to no results. You wonder what you're doing wrong and you just want someone to tell you what to create that's actually going to sell. Where are those opportunities? So let me give you a leg up with my weekly trends and opportunities report. You just join my membership, and every Monday, I'm going to send you an email with a list of exactly what is trending right now, with a video tutorial showing you how I found those trends and how to apply them in your shop. We're taking guesswork and extensive time off of your table. I'm also going to send you 5 print-on-demand and digital product opportunities that are growing in demand right now, helping new shops make sales and still have very low saturation in the marketplace. So your tight schedule, your newbie status doesn't have to hold you back anymore. I'm going to help you earn while you learn. You can grab my free demo to start and see an example of what the weekly trends and opportunities email looks like right from the show notes. See what you're going to get, and I will see you on the inside soon.
Hang on, I need to look at this. And you did not ask for this, but this is just I can't help it. I want to see what the demand is, because if you want this to be full time, SLP, 710 searches per month, speech language pathologist. I'm literally for people wondering, because I'm being so weird tonight, I'm literally in Everbee's keyword research tool, searching it to see 300 searches a month. Okay, I'm going to level with you. This niche is not big enough for a full-time shop.
Yeah, but I do teacher stuff too.
Right. And that's why you're going to be fine. But it's this for you,
Yeah.
but also for everyone listening. If you want teacher plus the SLP thing has just exploded you, everything teacher, everything education related, you'll be solid. If you try to just do SLP, for people listening, let's say you're trying to do some kind of sub niche. Like, let's say you're like, oh, I'm in the nursing space, but I'm just ER nurses. Okay. awesome. It's not going to be full-time. You know what I mean? You're not going to build a full-time income
Yeah.
unless you get on
Yeah.
TikTok and you blow your stuff up by creating
Yeah.
really, really amazing content that just gets in front of millions of nurses. Then game, set, match. Same with you. You could take that route. You'd have to get really clever on your social media. But
Oh,
yes.
that's not me. No, that's not going to be me.
No?
No. I avoid social media at all costs. So I'll be like, I am going to start posting every day, and then I'll do it for 1 week, and then I will not sign in for months. So no, the social media route's not going to be me. I do have an email list. I've always had an email list and
Cool.
have been trying to build that up. So I want to always have my own customers in case something were to go wrong in my Etsy world. But it was hard. I will say, in the interest of not gatekeeping, it has been hard to break into teacher niche, even though I do sell, a nice amount of shirts and sweatshirts for teachers. But I think adding my digital products, and some of them are for teachers, has exposed me to a lot more teachers who say, love this poster set, and wow, she has some other great stuff in her store, when they leave a review or something. So this is how I think this is my path really into the teacher niche.
Yes.
too.
No, and that is
Yeah.
exactly the way to do it. That's literally perfection. You know what though? Have you tried selling any PNGs yet?
I used to sell one. I made one right when I started and was just trying different things. At some point, I just said, what's this one random PNG doing in my store? And
making you money.
A little bit, like just a little bit of money every once in a while. People were buying it. It was so terrible because it was one of my first designs. It was so bad.
People were buying it.
After I took it down, somebody contacted me like, what happened to that PNG you had? Do you still have? And I was like, I'll give it to you for free. I sent it to them. I was like, yeah, here, have it. And now it's for sale on Etsy. I mean, someone else is selling it.
Wow.
So
ew.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But no, I haven't. So your digital shop is PNGs?
Yes.
Is that what you sell?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so what I'm thinking for you is like your designs are so good, sell them all as PNGs as well, because you only make a few dollars a sale, but like your stuff's really like my thought is so many teachers are DIYers. So many of them are at home with their Crickets.
Oh.
Some of them want to save money. Like how many of them would love your shirt, but it's easier for them to make it themselves, or it's cheaper for them to make it themselves.
Okay. And I've had this, my policy is that I do not sell my designs. Like I just decided.
And that's fine.
And I think it's because I became very cynical when people stole a few.
Yeah. Mine gets stolen all the time.
One of my first, big sellers for speech therapists showed up on Temu, and I was flattered.
You made it!
Yeah. It was only a few months in, and it was doing really well. And then when you searched like in Google, my design popped up on Temu. I was shocked, but then kind of happy about it. But I've had people reach out and do kind of shady stuff where they ask for a mock-up of something and can you do the design in black? Do you have it not distressed? And then I end up just basically sharing my design like very clearly with them and they steal it.
No, you guys watermark those, please.
I know. And then I don't want to watermark because I'm like, what if this really is just a speech therapist out there who wants to see So I think I became cynical and started being very suspicious of anybody who says like, it's not for Etsy. Do you sell it? Like we're a speech team. And I don't know. I hate saying no, but I just say, I'm so sorry. I just do not sell my designs.
And that is totally fine. Laura, I give you my blessing to continue doing that if you want to.
Okay. I don't know.
think that stuff. I know. Well, yeah, it's for you to chew on. It's totally for you to chew on. I'd be like selling clip art. I'd be selling bundles of them. I'd be selling them one off. You know what I mean? Like, because the price of being in the game is being copied. Like, think about. This isn't for you, but like think for everybody else. Like think about like the celebrities out there whose entire private life is literally on display. This is the cost of being present in the world. And we can either fight it, we can expend all of our precious limited energy fighting it, or we can spend all of our precious limited energy creating. And be so far, I'll tell you what, like everything that's been a bestseller for me, it's trended out. So like, who cares? I monetized it. I leveraged it while it was in. Now my real gift is knowing what to design next. And so I just like to leverage every angle of ways to monetize that as I can. But absolutely, anyone listening who wants to protect their stuff, I have Paige Halls coming on in a few weeks, and we're going to talk about some of this stuff. You want to protect your stuff? You have something really proprietary? Heck yeah, do it. I support that. I'm just going to say, like, if you want to know how I do it, I'm like, next. You stole that? Great, next. Next. And trying to create things that are harder to copy. Do you know what I mean? Like this postage stamp trend. Okay, I'll give you an example. The brushstroke trend that was just so huge that's now kind of fizzling. I had a bestseller for months and months. It's still a bestseller in that space. And so many people tried to copy me, but they couldn't. They couldn't hit it just the way that I did. My brushstrokes are a different shape. My images are like, they tried. They probably made a few sales, but nobody made as many as I did. So, I mean, I don't know. For me, it's like mindset, not about protecting your work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I'm just going to monetize everything, you know.
No, and I see what you're saying. It's like, if you have something that already sold really well for you, if someone else wants to buy that design and pay you some money and put it on their own shirt, yours is already doing well. Theirs is not going to really compete with yours.
Yeah.
Right?
And someone can steal it off the POD design anyway. They can go to your mock-up and I can steal your design in literally 3 seconds flat if I want to. And these days, people even have ways of removing the watermark. I actually haven't figured that out yet, but I would never, you know, I'd only want to tell you how to do it. You know what I mean? I'd never be like sharing that with the public because people stink. But
no, there are ways. So it might be the case that when somebody contacts you and says, do you sell these as PNGs? And you say no, they go, well, I'm going to take it anyway.
Right?
What am I doing? But I don't waste my time searching around to see if anybody, you know, after I'm like, that's a waste of time. If I were to go and contact a bunch of, you know, report people or whatever, I don't look around because who wants to waste their time doing that? Right?
Yeah. No, I get it though. And in some of us, depending on, you know, I could get into therapy here, you know, depending on the wounding we have, that could be extremely painful and triggering, you know, for someone to have something stolen like that. I really get it. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so you're going to put some sections in your shop that specify that things are the digital download version versus the printed version. And then you have over 400
I will do that
listings,
for you.
Which, I literally don't care. So long as you're not having a headache, I don't care at all.
I know.
How many sales do you have? We talked about how many listings. How many sales are you at?
My sales are 2,000. I don't know if it's 2,079. Maybe that's orders. 2,365, I think.
Okay, yeah, because in orders, people will get more than one thing, and so they calculate those numbers differently.
And so, I had some numbers wrong, I think. But that's it. Yeah, it really has just, I can remember hitting 1,000 just earlier this year. And being like, yes,
wow.
I remember when I told my fiance, like, oh my gosh, I finally hit 1,000 sales. And now to be over 2,000 is like, how did this happen in a few months when it took me a year and a half to get to 1,000? So, you know, whenever you hear people say, just stick with it, that just makes me feel like, okay, I did work really, really hard. I was putting in hours and 10 hours a day sometimes and barely getting any sales. And now it feels like it all just came together and paid off. So for now, we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. I don't know.
No, here's the thing. When you get to the level that you're at, you can basically print money. Do you know what I mean? Because no one can take the skill away from you. Even if you had to abandon the teacher niche, you know how to design now. Like, obviously, you've got a strong emotional connection to your niche. You understand them. You know, when people try to make a joke about, I don't know. Okay, so I'm in the North Woods of Wisconsin, and there is a very distinct culture here, let me tell you. And when someone from the outside tries to make a joke or a graphic or something like that for the people here, it's real hard to get it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's real hard to get it right. You have to know the culture, and it doesn't mean you have to live here, but you have to study it. And that's exactly what's made you so successful in your space. But you could just as easily go and study, the nursing niche and get in the intricacies and read Reddit until you want to pull your eyes out of your head. But you mean you could get the information that you want.
Yeah.
And you can start over. What
Yes.
you know, that's the thing. People may, and Etsy may not be the end all be all for a lot of the people listening, but the things that you're going to learn along the way, if you don't give up on yourself when it seems like you're putting a lot in for nothing out, your growth is cumulative. You never start over, ever.
Yeah, I
What was
believe
the
that.
beginning like? What was the first few months like? Oh, she's laughing.
It was not necessarily all speech therapy related. I really was doing all kinds of stuff. I would say my first fall in like Q4, the majority of what I sold were Christmas ornaments with custom dog images on them.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
that's what I was selling. And that's why I don't know if I mentioned, I did create a second store. When I decided to just completely niche down into SLP, I broke off and started another store that was going to be just general stuff. And I wanted the speech therapy one to be speech. Yeah, in the beginning, everything was just, my store was like the Wild West. There were so many different things in it, so many different niches. I mean, the categories on the side were just, I don't know. I can't even remember what they were. It was just everything. I was trying anything I could. And doing really bad research, like not really understanding. I didn't have Everbee at the time. I didn't know what was selling, what people were searching for. It was pretty wild. So yeah, mostly ornaments that I was customizing with dog pictures. That was most of the money I made in the beginning.
So how many, this particular shop have you had since 2023, or was that the shop that you had in 2023?
No, this shop used to have dog ornaments in it.
Oh, okay. I thought you
This
started
shop.
with a new shop.
I
Okay.
did start a second shop to make that one more general, but this shop that I have now is the very first Etsy I ever opened. And it just used to have a lot of stuff. And at one point I just deleted anything that wasn't related to speech therapy and started a new shop, which is kind of it's a wild way to do it. But
Did it help? Did it work?
Did
you get more sales? Like, did it change things?
I mean, it was great because the second shop I opened did really well. It was only open for about a year. I closed it. I think I did like 20,000 in revenue in that shop. And then I also had my speech therapy one. So that one, and we can get into it. I did have some IP infringement in that one.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. You have to tell us about that. We'll teach people.
Yeah. So in that one, it felt like all I could get to sell were things that were in a gray area, like a lot of football shirts, but they wouldn't say like Kansas City Chiefs. It would be like Kansas City football, that type of thing where you're like, is this okay? I don't know.
I wouldn't do it, guys. Don't recommend.
My learning, what I learned from the experience, because I made some like kind of fan art type of shirts with drawings I did, a Taylor Swift one that got taken down. I wasn't checking trademarks. So I thought that like, I made a shirt that said favorite daughter. I just thought like, that's funny. I'm the favorite daughter. And that's a big clothing brand. I did not know. So I just made a bunch of mistakes. And by the time the Chiefs were going to the Super Bowl and they got one of my shirts and I had to take it down, and it was like my third one. And I was like, that's it. My whole Etsy, everything's going to get closed down. My speech therapy shops. So I just closed my shop on the spot. As soon as I got that one, I said, what am I doing? If you make a design and you feel uneasy about it, don't post it. Like, do not. If you even get that little inkling, like, is this okay? Don't post it. That's what I learned. So yes, this current shop, I have never had IP infringement in my speech therapy original shop, because I'm not trying to I can see why the people that make these Disney shops, which don't do that, why they do it, because they probably didn't know and they made one design and then it sold and sold and sold, and they go, yes. Oh my gosh, I've hit the jackpot. You can't do that. You just can't. There are ways to make money without doing that. So
did you just get a DM?
I learned a lot.
That's kind of what I wanted to hear from you too. Like, other than thank you for encouraging people to it's not worth it. It really is not worth it. But did you just how did it happen for you in that instance? You get a DM? Did you get a letter?
You get an email And then when you sign in to your dashboard, there's a huge banner across the top that says one of your listings has been removed because of IP infringement. So you sign in and your stomach just drops. Like,
Yeah.
what did I do? But, you know, at that, I don't know. I feel terrible that I ever did that. This is a long time in the past.
Yeah. No,
It
but
feels
thank you
like.
for sharing it. Like, people need to hear, you know, because it could have gotten a lot worse if you kept going. It would have escalated on you.
Yeah, no. It just felt like I'd been like my store was, if I tried to make other designs, nothing was selling. If I made one that was like that, so that's it. Just don't do it. It's terrible. Don't do it.
How did
Don't
you
do
get so good at
anything
design?
close.
I really want to hear about that. I when we're like wrapping up, but look, for anyone watching on YouTube, my cat will not stop being obnoxious.
I know.
On my lap.
I love it.
But your design skills are like you're a way better designer than I am. Like way better. I want to know how you got there.
Well, thank you. I still feel like I'm learning a lot. I think I was creating products on Teachers Pay Teachers, so I had some experience with trying to at least like composing things in a way that looked nice. Not anything like a t-shirt or a poster or anything, but mostly it's just been watching a ton of YouTube. I have Heather's course from Heather Studio. So
the
her design lab.
Yeah.
So good, I mean,
right?
yeah.
You guys, if you learn design, you especially print on demand or like print or PNGs, right? So good.
Yeah. I mean, I had a subscription to Kittl, and I wasn't using like 3/4 of the features I could be using, and was watching Heather's design lab like while I'm walking on the treadmill, and was like my jaw was dropping because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. So, and then I also like watching those guys from Kittl. They make YouTube videos and they'll show you all the different features. Toby or I don't know who it is.
Yeah, he's the owner and Drew.
Drew, yeah.
Nicest guy ever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, I've watched every YouTuber you could possibly think of. Anybody who shows you like, here's a new trend, let's try to make it. I watched them all. I had to kind of cut back because I was watching too many. But yeah, I just play with it, and I kind of always feel like anything you see is figure outable. Like if I see a design, I go, I don't know how to do that, but like I probably could figure it out. And I just play with things, usually in Kittl.
That's what I was going to ask. So you're not using Photoshop. You're not a trained graphic designer. You should see her face. I wish you guys could see the facial expression she just gave us when I said that. Okay. I love that.
I tried Photoshop. I opened it and wanted to throw my computer. Like, I think that if you're going to do Photoshop, you have got to take a course, right? Yeah. You have to
I use it for like
really learn it.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, I use Photopea like for smart mockups. So I will buy a lot of smart mockups, and I think I've got that down. But no, I do not design anything in there. I use Canva and I use Kittl, sometimes Procreate if I need to like add some like drawing touches, if I need to draw something on a design. But yeah,
that's cool.
Mostly Kittl.
Are you brand new to Etsy, about to get started, or struggling a bit to find your groove? What I'm about to say is just for you, okay? I can completely relate to where you're at because I think I can help you achieve success faster. When I first started my Etsy shop, it was not one of those success stories that we hear on the big YouTube channels, even on this podcast, where I just had crazy success and it took off right away. All right. I all but failed for my first 6 months, just like a lot of new sellers. And so it's very relatable. And the issue for me was I didn't understand demand, for one. I didn't understand SEO. I was way too broad in my search terms. And I didn't know how to position my product so that customers just couldn't help but click add to cart. And so once I learned those things, I went from making about $25 a month in sales to $6,000 a month and up. And in the holidays, I would even have $13,000 months, like at my shop's peak. And the thing about me, if you've been here for a minute, you already know this. I'm a terrible gatekeeper, okay? When I figure something out, when I crack a code, when I get excited, I cannot help but tell everybody who wants to listen. It's like either my best asset or my toxic trait. I can't decide. But I put everything that you need to know to fill that beginner knowledge gap into a low ticket, just under 3 hours beginner course that I have called 6-Figure Secrets to Getting Started on Etsy. In it, I'm teaching you how to find what's in demand for your niche, how to find and use trends, how to start your shop if you're worried about that part, SEO strategy to find the micro niches where the opportunity is, how to understand the Etsy algorithm, and a ton more. The whole thing is bite-sized videos, not long form, just small bite-sized videos, zero fluff, and to the point. You could get the course today, go through the less than 3 hours over the next couple days, launch your shop this weekend, and have sales coming in as soon as Sunday. So let's get you the few missing pieces of the Etsy success puzzle, those little tweaks you need to make so you can start making the sales that you deserve, because I have never been more convinced that there is room at this table on Etsy for everyone. And the opportunity is so ripe right now. I am in the numbers, in the data every day, and my mind just keeps expanding on the possibilities, okay? So as a special treat, use the code SAVE50 to save $50 on the 6-Figure Secrets course today. That's $50 off with the coupon SAVE50. And by all means, DM me or shoot me an email when those sales start popping, because I want to celebrate with you.
For people listening, Photopea is like an online version of Photoshop. That's just slightly simpler, but very similar tools to Photoshop. It's photopea.com, I think it. Just look up Photopea. That's what she was talking about there. But it is a little overwhelming. I only use it for smart mockups too.
Okay. Even that, like, I had to watch some YouTube tutorials because I put one in and was like,
it was
now
the Groovy font. Back in 2023, the Groovy font was like much bigger than it is now. And I couldn't figure out any other way. Well, then Kittl came out and had the amazing where you can like move, the Kittl's amazing.
Lifesaver.
Initially I was trying to figure that out in Photopea and doing a really bad job of it. I want you to share some tips because I know like customer service is really important to you. And I'd love for you to share some tips for beginners. Literally this entire episode has been that. But anything else, like words of wisdom that you want to share, I really want to give you the floor to do that.
The funny thing is that you said you don't have a lot of messages and you don't have a lot of quick replies, because I swear I heard this from you. I don't know. I don't know if I did.
In the sign shop, I did all the time.
And okay, when I started my POD shop, you tested a POD shop. Like you tried it for a very short period of time.
Yes.
And I can remember where I was standing when you were saying like some message you send, like, I bet if you saw the message I send, you would laugh, because I think I took your words exactly. It was like, your order's on the way. You can track it here. I expect it will arrive in perfect condition, but if there are any issues at all, please let me know. Or something like that. Like you said something and I was like, I love that. And I still use it. Unless it's a repeat customer, I change up my wording. But like I said, I mean, I send messages for everything. I immediately, because Etsy changed the layout, I thought I was no longer a star seller. And I said, it's because I send so many messages and everyone's writing thank you. And I can't write back to thank you. But I am still a star seller. I was like, where did my star seller badge go? I think I'm still a star seller. But no, I send a lot of messages, and it ends up meaning that I connect with people in what I think is a really meaningful way. I talk about, if they're decorating their speech room, I talk about how my speech room always looked terrible when I worked in schools, that it was always just a mess and I didn't have time to decorate. Or I cannot help it. If somebody is from my hometown of Fresno, I have to message them and let them know that I'm from Fresno. I don't know. Every time I get a lot of orders there. I don't know why. I'm like, Fresno. Oh my goodness. I just love connecting with people. And I think that right now in this world of AI, people are craving that. Like they don't want just some like faceless person selling them or some big corporation. They want to feel like it's coming from a person, that someone, and yeah, my products are print on demand. I don't really touch them. I just create the designs, but I create them lovingly and with speech therapists in mind. And I think that they like the connection. I mean, I go back and forth with people. They're sending me pictures of stuff. So I just think that that's what's making my store special. And I am getting a lot of people coming back, a lot of repeat customers where I wasn't in the beginning. And now I am. And I feel like it's because they're like, oh yeah, Laura.
Yes.
She was fun. Yeah. I don't know. So I think that that's key, especially since so many people feel like Etsy is oversaturated and there's just too many sellers, the way that you can make your store stand out is to provide that extra level of customer service and just never say no to people. I mean, I get some wild requests for things for my for customization requests. And I probably do too much, but because I just feel so blessed with how well everything's doing and so much of it is passive, I do go above and beyond. When somebody goes, "Can you do it this way?" I just go, "Yep, I'm going to send it to you tomorrow." Just say yes to everything.
Especially in the beginning.
Yes. Oh,
Especially in the beginning. Yep. You'll get great
Even
reviews.
if they're paying you $2.
Yep.
Like spend an hour in the beginning
You
so
could
that they go,
also
wow.
sell a Canva template so they could make those edits themselves.
That's true. Oh my goodness. Don't get me started. I just had somebody ask me, "Do you have this editable in Canva so I can change the colors?" And I said, "No."
No.
After I just said, "Say yes."
Yes.
Totally contradicting myself. Sorry.
No, it's all so good. It's all so good. I actually have another
Yeah.
question. This is so random, but do
Okay.
you mention your Etsy shop on your podcast? Like, do you use that audience to market to?
Yes.
Okay.
And I just started doing it more because when we started, I was mainly just on Teachers Pay Teachers. We have like a little ad break, and my co-host, she has a speech therapy app, so we both use it. You know, clearly we don't make any money off of our podcast. We pay to create it, but of course we use it to kind of promote our things. So
Okay.
we did just update some things to make it so that it's talking about my Etsy store, because that's where my focus is right now, and that's what I want to be promoting. So yeah, I do.
Do you know if it's driving any sales or not?
I don't know. There are some people, repeat customers, who have bought from me who I've met through the podcast.
Okay.
Because it's a book club podcast. So we have a lot of interaction with the people that listen to us. We also have like a WhatsApp group where we all talk about the books while we're reading. So I have people that they'll buy and they won't even tell me they're buying. And I go, "Hi, is this Gabby from the book club?" You know, she's like, "Yeah, it's me." So, you know, I've met people that then they do go over and buy in my Etsy store. Yeah.
Okay, so that's so cool. Juliana would be so proud. What was I going to say? I am so impressed there's enough SLP books to justify a book club podcast.
No.
Okay.
No, there aren't. It's mostly like parenting, teaching. We read all kinds of stuff. We read a lot of things about play, and, you know, we just read The Anxious Generation. We read things that are just about like, yeah, I know, about growing up.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
no,
so where can people
speech
find? No, but that's like, but for speech therapists. So it's so
yes,
cool.
yes.
Where can people find you, and if they want to connect, say hi, ask questions, buy stuff?
I think the only place you'll ever find me reliably is through my book club Instagram. So that's on Instagram, it's SLP_book club, and I run that account. So if you do DM that account, that's going to be me that answers you. Yeah, I'd say that's the best.
That's perfect. I'm going to link that. But what's your podcast called?
The SLP Book Club.
Okay, and it's on Apple?
Yeah.
Apple, Spotify,
it's everywhere.
Normal places. Okay. Are you on YouTube though?
No. We don't like to get done up for the podcast.
Okay.
we like to do it in the pajamas, you know.
I love that. I still think that should be on YouTube, but I understand completely. Oh, sorry. Okay. Laura, this is so fun. And thank you for being so charming while I acted a fool today. You've just been the most lovely, wonderful guest. You've shared so much goodness. Shaking your head.
Thank you.
I'm in rare form, and you have just been an absolute doll about it. So thank you. I'm so impressed with what you're building. I love your niche. I love your designs. I learned so much just by looking at your shop and talking to you. So thank you very much for everything.
Thank you. Thank you for having me and for everything you do, because I can't tell you how many things I've learned from you over the last couple of years. So I appreciate you a lot.
It's a total honor. I'm just so glad we got to meet. So guys, thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed this very fireside chat style podcast. But I hope you're having an awesome week. And until next time, go make something awesome. Take care, guys. And that's a wrap on this episode of How to Sell Your Stuff on Etsy. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you're looking for more resources, head on over to howtosellyourstuff.com, where you'll find podcast show notes, all the links from today's episode, the blog, courses, coaching, and more. If this episode was helpful to you, awesome. The greatest compliment I can receive from you is a rate, review, and subscribe on this podcast. Not only will it allow us to connect again on a future episode, it lets me know I'm providing you with value and helps other people find this content more easily. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your support. Have a great day and see you next time.